Okay, so welcome to a new LP. This LP is of King's Quest. Well, at least the first chapter, because it was free. If you're wondering where's Lords of the Fallen, I was recording it, and then the game crashed right in the middle of a boss fight. So yeah, it was like 30 minutes or almost 30 minutes of recording, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like doing it. I don't really like that game that much. I'm Trooper Fofo. This game is an autosave feature. Alright, fine. Play. I to remember a rebel without a card. Yeah, we're just gonna do chapter 1. Because I don't feel like buying this, and this was free. So, why not? Lords of the Fallen happened to crash on me. And yeah, I don't really feel like doing videos. I just want to kind of just play games. Like, I don't know, maybe this is stressing me out. Hold on. Subtitles on. Alright. Okay, I have no idea how to play, so. Very neat art on him. And those cape physics, jeez. It's Unreal Engine, so I imagine some slow texture load times. Whoa, look at that camera. Jeez, it's weird. Alright. Isn't this like a remake or a continuation of a really old game? No introduction. It's kinda neat. There's no thing. Alright, nothing. What's this? I don't know. Kind of clipping through the well there with his cape, but whatever. What was that? It said there was a prompt that looked like.
I had not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
Sort of like a point and click almost. Whoa!
Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after. Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after.
Yeah, kind of point and click, but with a controller. 3D point and click, kind of weird. So let's open this door. It's a small door. Jeez.
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
I do that. I pressed A at the right time, so and there was no prompt, so I think he just did it automatically. Yeah, he's just doing this automatically.
Two odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
Can I look up? Yeah. Can I turn both? What happens if I turn both? Oh! Yeah.
And that's what would have happened.
Huh. Like, skipped over dialogue. Oh, I know how to do this one. How do you even know? There's no way to look around, right? I mean, I guess there's a skull next to that one. But at least wait, I did both. So, yeah. Continue on. Ooh.
Markets, barrels, butter churns, and beds were jammed into every nook and cranny of that cave. It all seems so familiar. Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the covers.
Whoa.
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
Huh. Whoa. Why is this a bridge made out of beds?
Nestled beneath
It's weird.
a slumbering pile of teeth and claws was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well, dragons are my favorite.
You want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to...
My way, too. Add a shinier hat to my collection.
Alright. What's this do?
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Conundrum. That word barely gets used anymore. What's this? Butter churns.
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap. Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Is this where I'm supposed to hide? They win?
That's how I knew the dragon appreciated my good taste.
Grandpa, another pun?
Well, we are just...
Oh wow, I didn't mean to skip that dialogue. It's I have delayed dialogue or delayed sound. So, do I have to do this again? I don't think I like this game.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone...
I thought I hid, because it wasn't in the boulder's path. So I don't know. isn't this from supposed to hide? Oh. Well, there's nowhere to go. Okay, like... Oh. Now I see. Alright. Like, so sorry for skipping over dialogue. It's just, I have such delayed sound.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap. Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Honestly, I was right behind the bed. I thought, like, he was gonna, like...
That half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers.
Like, doesn't it look like you're supposed to hide, like, right here? I don't know. I'm never good with puzzle games. Remember Valiant Hearts? Well, I'm not terrible with puzzles, but...
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a hand.
I got the handle.
Untethered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
What did you...
There we go. Whoop. Another bridge made out of beds.
The dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall. This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures. After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if Amira was my only friend.
Just go down this ladder. Oh. I want to die just to get the dialogue, you know? Step in between all of these. Pretty weird story so far. Should I have gone up to him or just continued what I'm doing now?
By this trap, thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
I like our hero. He's not really a knight. He's kind of like wimpy. There we go. More beds.
The mirror called out to me. A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
That's so weird. Oh, bring this thing. That wasn't what I was supposed to do? It's like, look, he's eating, right? I don't understand. Ah. This is what I'm supposed to do. All for a mirror. Uh. A little slow there, but I got it. So many beds. Like, I don't get it. Am I supposed to hold or? Press. I don't think a mattress would float like that, but you know, whatever. Barely even on it. Chains. Oh jeez.
With a magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of the Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become. In that split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Well, I don't know. Was that the right choice? It's the first one I saw, so. Well, that was about, what, 20, almost 25 minutes?
Shaking and my arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there's so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything. Like, why did you set the dragon free even though he was trying to eat you?
I set him free because, well, over the years I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be. He was just a caged animal that was never shown any kindness. On that day, I forgave the dragon for his atrocious past.
You have such a bizarre way of making friends, Grandpa. I guess I do too. I'm known as Gwendolyn the Popular back home. But only to my stuffed bunnies.
I've always found it best to pursue friends where I can, though they don't always feel the same about me.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs some rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
Well, hello, cousin.
Guard!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could. And I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast that he set free. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before or he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope, no junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now, let's talk about far more important issues, like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Gart you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of... treating my opponents with respect. You'll be surprised what opens up to you. A lovely fellow once told me the fastest way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I had seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Well, Triumph, this looks as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcome the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization.
Alright, so I'm gonna end it here. It's been 31 minutes, so bye.